Hello everyone, I am Sang who loves Chinese. Today let's watch the event, Drake Shadows Fall, trailer of the Otome game Love and Deep Space. In this film, I will play the original clip first and you can try to see if you can understand it. Then I will read the Chinese sentences and the English translation of the original clip. After reading, I will explain vocabulary and grammar. So let's get started.
脚步声太大，呼吸声太重。哼，来杀我之前，没想过会是这个下场。这是第一次。你以为的塔尔城是什么样子？哼，有些模样，只是你没见过，不代表它没有。能碰到我这里的，也就只有你和他了。
Now let's get started on vocabulary and grammar.
脚步声太大，呼吸声太重。
脚步声太大，呼吸声太重。
The footsteps are too loud, the breathing is too heavy.
脚步声太大，呼吸声太重。脚步声太大，呼吸声太重。
In Chinese, the simplest structure for expressing too in the sense of excessively is by using the word
太
and you can also add
了
after the adjective to keep your Chinese sounding natural. For example, you can use it to complain and say, I'm so tired.
我太累了，
Or you can simply use it to mean very and say, this kitten is so cute.
这小猫太可爱了。
You may already be familiar with the use of
太
to mean too, and
不太
is a similar pattern for the negative, which just means not very or not so. Note that this pattern does not normally use
了，
this pattern can used with adjectives like he's not very clever,
它不太聪明。
and also can be used with some psychological verbs, such as I don't like vegetables very much.
我不太喜欢吃蔬菜，
I don't quite understand what you mean.
我不太明白你的意思。
来杀我之前，没想过会是这个下场。
来杀我之前，没想过会是这个下场。
You didn't think this would happen before you came to kill me?
来杀我之前，没想过会是这个下场。来杀我之前，没想过会是这个下场。
The words before can be expressed using
之前，
in this pattern.
之前，
Come at the start of a sentence, right after mention of some kind of event or thing that happened. For example, before I came to China, my Chinese wasn't very good.
在来中国之前，我的中文不太好。
The aspect particle
过
is used to indicate that an action has been experienced in the past. What this expresses is that the verb has been done at least once before, without specifying a particular time.
过
Is used to talk about whether something has ever happened, whether it has been experienced. In English, if you're asking a question and really trying to figure out if someone has ever done something before, we tend to use the words ever and before. In Chinese,
过
alone expresses this, without the need for additional words. For example, have you ever played Love and Deep Space?
你玩过恋与深空吗？
I played Love and Deep Space.
我玩过恋与深空。
Because
过
is used to talk about past actions, it should be negated with.
没
If you want to express negation, you should add before the verb not before.
过，
For example, I haven't thought about this.
我没想过这个问题。
这是第一次。
这是第一次。
This is the first time.
这是第一次。这是第一次。
In English, there are 4 different suffixes for ordinal numbers, st, nd, rd, and th. Chinese makes things a lot simpler by using one prefix for all ordinal numbers.
第
This character is simply placed in front of the number.
你以为的塔尔城是什么样子？哼，
你以为的塔尔城是什么样子？
What do you think the Terrace City was like?
你以为的塔尔城是什么样子？你以为的塔尔城是什么样子？
When we talk about mistaken beliefs in English, we just use the word thought, and the context and the rest of the sentence makes clear that we were wrong. In Chinese, there's a specific verb just for think mistakenly.
以为
The part that follows
以为
will be a whole phrase that is actually incorrect information. Note that while it's quite common to refer to things that happened in the past, it could also refer to a situation in the present or even the future. It can also be used for commands, usually of the negative, don't think that type. For example, the teacher thought the students understood.
老师以为学生都听懂了。
有些模样，只是你没见过，不代表它没有。
有些模样，只是你没见过，不代表它没有。
Just because you've never seen the other side of it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
有些模样，只是你没见过，不代表它没有。有些模样，只是你没见过，不代表它没有。只是
is used to delimit the scope of something. It comes before a predicate expressed by a verb. In this sentence, however,
只是
expresses a turn of phrase, emphasizing that the previous situation does not affect the facts that follow. For example, she's got a lot going for her, you just don't see it.
它有很多优点，只是你没发现。
能碰到我这里的，也就只有你和他了。
能碰到我这里的，也就只有你和他了。
Only you and it can touch me here.
能碰到我这里的，也就只有你和他了。能碰到我这里的，也就只有你和他了。
There are a number of different ways to express only in Chinese, but
只
is the most basic one you need to learn first. It's an adverb, so it normally comes before verbs. The adverb
只
can come directly before a verb, or before an auxiliary verb like
会
or.
能
For example, the only person who can help me is you.
能帮我的人只有你了。
I will only help you.
我只会帮你，
I can only help you.
我只能帮你。
We learned a lot of vocabulary and grammar today, so if you enjoyed this video and found this way of learning helpful, please like, subscribe and turn on the little bell. Thank you.